Hey everyone, welcome to PEGAhut. I'm Srikanth, working as a lead PEGA developer based out of Sydney, Australia. And you are in the right place if you want to learn PEGA concepts. Hit the subscribe button and the bell icon so you are the first to know if I upload anything new. And if you like the video, hit the like button and share it with your friends. So in my last video, we have learned about autocomplete. Now we are going to learn another control that is called multi-select list. Now I'm going to show the same like the source for multi-select. I'm going to tell you the use cases that you can use in multi-select. Today the use case that I have picked up is I've got a country list wherein I need to type in a country and that will populate me all the countries that I have stored in my backend so that I can choose more than one country for my certain purpose, whatever it may be. So this is the use case which I'm going to show you guys today. So without doing any further delay, let's get into it. Alright, today we are going to learn about multi-select list. As I've already explained, so to achieve the scenario that wherein I can choose more than one country. So what I have done is I've already got a data type called country. In my past videos wherein I've shown you the cascading drop down and all, you would see how the data type has created. I've got a lot of video about data type and other things, so you can watch if you don't know how to create a data type. I've created this data type wherein I've got this countries, 5 or 6 different countries already have in there. Now, as you know, each time I create a data type, I've got two data pages here. One is the d underscore country and d underscore country list. Now, if I use d underscore country list, that means if I do action and run, what it does is it's going to give me all the country that I have inserted over here. So if I expand px result 1, it will have Australia. Px result 2 will have the second country, which is England. So whatever I have inserted inside this record section is what I'm going to get as part of the country list. Now I am going to use the same thing. So in my past video wherein I've shown you multi-select, I've actually shown by using the report definition, and today is the time where I can show you by using the database so that you can get different flavors. That's the whole idea, right? Now if I bring this multi-select and try to put in over here, what I need to do is remember this. When I say multi-select, that means you need to have more than one row. That means it has to be a page list, right? Now page list or a page group. Now for multi-select, you need to have a page list, right? Now here I've got a page list already created, which is a country list page list. And in this country list, I've got many property called city, country, line 1, all these things. I'm going to reuse this page list and going to set those selected country in the country property. Now let me show you how we configure that. Now here first I will select this property. Now in this property, remember, do not select the property, just give a reference of the page list. Now here what I'm going to do is I'm going to give a reference of country list, right? Now here remember one thing, if I would choose anything else apart from a page, right? For example, address detail, it's a page, it's not a page list. So what will happen is it will give me an error. It will say invalid page list or a group. So make sure you have a page list before you start implementing this multi-select concept. Now I've chosen a page list. Now do not mention any property whatsoever. Now in the list source, right, what we are going to show over here is I've got 3 options. One is your clipboard page, second one is report definition, third one is data page. You do not have as defined in the property, because a page list you cannot define anything, right? That's the reason why you do not have the third option. So if I open this page list, right, a page list will always be referring to a page definition class which has got this property. So all this property is sitting inside this class, right? So you cannot define anything in this property, unlike my autocomplete, right? Because that's a single property. So that's the reason you do not have as defined by property option. Now I'm going to choose, as you would have seen my previous video. I'll just quickly recap. Data page is where you can fetch the data from a database and use that clipboard page is, let's say you have construct the data and store into a clipboard page. The moment I choose clipboard page, you can give the page, and whatever result will be stored in that specific clipboard page, that will be shown over here. And then report definition is exactly, if you haven't seen my video, please do watch the autocomplete video, and you can find out the report definition use for how to use the report definition to fetch the result. So basically, in short, report definition will ask you to provide a report definition which will fetch you the result. Now the difference between the report definition and database is, report definition is always fresh because it goes and read then and there the moment you do search. Database is like always going to be there in the clipboard page. It will load once and it will not load again. Performance wise, database obviously good, but depending on the requirement, if you have to get always the fresh data, then obviously you should go for report definition. So everything I have explained in my previous video. I just wanted to do a recap if people haven't seen my autocomplete video. Now for this session, I'm going to go for database. Now in the database, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this d_country list database here. Now d_country list database, if I choose over here, automatically I could able to find it. Now in the d_country list here, same like multi-select, here also you have got data source property and the property that you want to set. Now this data source property will be the property which will be coming from d_country list. Now in the d_country list, you will have two property. If you remember, I have shown you the data type, right? You had country code, you have country name. So the moment I click on dot, you will find two property being populated from this d_country list. Now here I'm going to choose country name. Now which property that I need to set it to? The property which I'm going to set it is country. Now here what I'm going to do is I'm going to choose as country, right? So basically what it does is, the moment, and also obviously I'm going to use this for search, right? Without that search, then obviously you can't search it. So you need at least one property to use as a search. Same like multi-select, the autocomplete, whatever I have explained, it is exactly the same. Basically you need to have this search, so that what PEGA will do, PEGA will try to fetch the superset up from here and then try to filter out based on this search. Now here what will happen is, now if you want more than one value, then you can always go ahead and search and create an additional property. Remember one thing, if you remember my autocomplete, there it is always going to be associated property for the first row. But here, because we are taking a page list, obviously we do not have an associated property, because page list, underneath page list you have all the property, but as page list itself is not a property that can hold a value, right? So that's the reason you need to define that property. Now I hope this is clear. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a submit, and I'm going to do save, and I'm going to run a case wherein I'm going to show you how it works. Now for example, country, right? The moment I put A, so what will happen is it will go and fetch all the the moment I put A, what will happen is it will go and fetch all the data that I have got in the backend. So for example, the match criteria is Australia, England, and India and Japan, right? So everywhere you find A, that's the reason why it could populate everything. Now if I choose Australia, and then what will happen is Australia has been chosen, so Australia obviously gonna be gone out from that list. Now I have got England. If I choose England, then obviously India has gone out. I have got India and Japan. If I choose Japan, then obviously, so let's say if these are the three countries that I want to choose. So what will happen the moment you create, what it does basically, it stores all these three value or in a page list of country. So if I open the clipboard page, if I go to PY work page, right, and if you expand country list, you will see, because I have chosen three, I've got one as Australia, second as England, and third as my third country as Japan, right? So the sequence that you are going to choose is the sequence it's going to store. So this is what it works. Now here there are a couple of other options wherein search character minimum, obviously like I explained for autocomplete, here also it works in the same way. It will ask how many character you need it to search. Let's say I didn't put anything, so it started from 1. If I have a requirement, okay, minimum 3 character needed, then if you put minimum 3 character, then only it's gonna come. For example, if I just put 3 character, then I'll show you how does it work. Now if I do a save, and if I go and I'll create another one, save and run. Now here, if I put IN, right, it won't search. The moment I put in IND, it will say India. If I put EN, it won't search. The moment I put another letter, it will try to search England. Okay. So this is how the multi-select works, and all this other option that you could see is, match the start of the string, and then result display minimum, maximum is like if you want to same like multi-select, same like autocomplete. If you want 2 result to be displayed, you can choose this. If you want 5 result to be displayed, you can choose this. And match the start of the string means if you want only a user input, let's say England, ENG. If you want the start of the string to be matched, then only you should display, then you can choose this. So this is how our multi-select works. Now, one of the, so there are many scenarios where you can use it. Let's say if you got, a requirement wherein you want to select multiple operator or multiple authority, right, to store for a specific reason or something, then you can always choose. Or you would have seen in even LinkedIn, you would have seen like, how we choose skill set, right? So it can be like the moment you try to do some search and all, then it will give you all the specific result, and you can choose multiple skill, right? So those are the examples of multi-select which you can make use of it. Please do the hands-on while you're watching the video so that it will give you confidence. While you're waiting for my next video, you can click on the link and watch the videos shown on your screen. Left side I have put section autocomplete video, and right side I have put the section UI control series video. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done it yet. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned until my next video.